So this next exercise, laying on her. Pretty simple, but she really struggled with it at first. She didn't like stuff on top of her. Uh, Even though everything else, she wasn't really spooky. It was just the saddle didn't even bother her the first time. It's just like when a person got on her right at first, like above her, it uh, scared her more. So I did a lot of laying on her, getting her over that. So I'll go ahead and show you what I've been playing with that. And pretty much just jump up and lay on her. And if she goes to move, I just pull her head around to the side. It's pretty simple. So, but if she doesn't move, I don't want to pull on her at all. So, being able to get up here and her to just stand there, that's perfect. I'll swing my legs right up and just lay on her, rub her. I'd like to be able to do all that stuff. And if you can tell, if she could talk, she would rather you didn't do this. There we go. But I done this over and over and over, probably over 100 times. That I just jump up and down, and she'd scoot away to the side, and I'd pull her head around and just hop back up on her again, and just keep doing it till she was okay with it. And like I said, she's getting much more comfortable now with it and used to it, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and saddle her up. And get the saddle on, and I want to show you this because I want to kind of show you how I saddle. And if she does panic from it, that's okay. I still just, because we're 16 days in, and I've saddled her probably about, I'd have to count up for sure, but probably 10 times now, something like that. So I'm going to be a little less forgiving than I was at first. I'm going to be more chucking my stuff around here and not be as quiet or as easy. So, and like the stirrup, I bring that around and let her flop on her there. I throw this around, let it drop. I'm not as easy as I used to be because I want her to get used to it. And that's very important to not get stuck starting. I always got to remember that. You never want to get stuck being easy. Like, make sure you demand more out of her. Very nice. So I've been pretty tickled with the saddling part to where she's actually the saddle never bothered her. I really like that. All right, there we go. Very nice. Good girl. Excellent. So to our obstacles, I kind of got them set up in here. Nothing fancy. I just got a tarp, plywood, and actually some bubble wrap I had laying around. The reason I went with that, because it looks different than the tarp. So it's kind of silver, shiny. Sometimes they don't like that. So, but anyway, I got the ball. I got noodles taped together. Nothing fancy. It's just enough to work your horse. So we'll start with this a little bit. And this stuff, she's been really good with this, so this isn't even a daily thing. But still, to go through it every now and then to do it, it's good. So I don't want her to panic from it. And this is probably the best part right here. I love doing this right here. Bounce it right off of her head. I like that. And she's not panicked from it. And then this, I use this more at the beginning. When I couldn't get close to her, I just rubbed this thing all over her. So that way I didn't had to get close to her. More of a safety thing. So And all I did is just tape 2 noodles together, and that's literally it. And now I'll just throw it in here to trot over it. So, all right, I'll go ahead and send her over over some of the obstacles here. And if she can do it nice and quiet, I really want her to just walk. And that's okay. I'd way rather have that than her getting stressed out. Very good. I'm going to do it one more time. Excellent. I love how quiet she's doing it. Good job. Then I'll just go ahead and grab the tarp here. Back her up a little bit here. Good girl. And the tarp here was definitely probably out of the obstacles in here, the tarp was probably her most spooky one. And which normally it is. And I like for them to be able to just quietly walk around with that. Nice and easy. Not panic from it. Excellent. Very effortless. I love it. All right. Next up, riding. So, last exercise of the day, and that is riding. So, as you can tell, I got Jenny here to help me. So, she's going to help me a little moving her because she struggled a little with me being on top of her. So, to make sure everything goes good, we're still doing it with a rope. So, that's what I want to show you in this exercise. So, all right. My goal is when I hop on, I do the driving. Jenny's just there in case I need her help. So, there we go. And I like to make sure that she's quiet before we just jump into it. So a lot of times I'll come up here and push on her head a little bit, see if I can get her relaxed a little and get that head lower. And got my little spankers here. I like these to where I can push them both ways, left or right, whichever way it might be. So I'll have Jenny start me off. So she'll just start doing nice and quiet and send me out a little to the left. And we'll start off. Yep, just keep it short and away we go. Nice and quiet. We want to make sure that she's going to remember everything. And then as we can, I'll have her slide me out a little. Go ahead and let me slide out a little. Yep. So what my goal is that I take over right away. If I can, go ahead and let me have her head again. I'll take over, and Jenny's just there if I need her. Okay, let me go a little more. And as you can tell, we're just inching her out little by little, and then we'll step her up. And like I said, if anything goes wrong, Jenny is there to take over. And like I said, we're just doing this for safety because I want everything to go right. And again, more than likely, we could go ahead and turn her loose and everything would be good. But like I said, we don't want to take that risk. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn in. If you step back, I'll move her over. Step her up into a trot again. I love this right here to just keep it consistent. We're already working on consistent trotting. And that turn. When I turn her in, go ahead and let me slide out a little more. There we go. Give me a little bigger circle here. Gonna go ahead and turn in again. And turn. Step her out again. And this is basically my little workout exercise for her so far on riding. This is about the 5th ride. And very good. As you can tell, she's handling it very nicely. And turn, and turn. Very good. And she really wants to walk, and that's what I like about her. I have to push her to keep going. And we're gonna turn again. Beautiful. Turn one more time. And we're gonna go ahead and stop her and just have her back up a little. So I'll turn her in and let her stop. I'll back her up a step or two. Perfect. Excellent job. That's how I like my first, or I should say a good ride. That's how I like them to look. Nice and quiet, effortless and easy. So thank you for watching.